Hi everyone, this is Mike Gory, and welcome back to my perfect playthrough of Final Fantasy VI Advance. Last time we made it to Zozo, found out we needed some Espers help from the Magitek Research Facility, enlisted Setzer, and now we have to go in and infiltrate Vector. And I'm going to talk to this girl because this one battle will give Celes just enough experience points to level up without having to, in this section anyways. And we want to level Celes up with a boost in stamina so we can have that in even under, because her level is going to be rounded up to level 4 in a bit. And now that's done, we can remove her chainmail, as well as the Ramen Esper. Not really sure what I was thinking there. Oh no, yeah, Celes learned Cure. Be a level up because of this. So what I'm gonna do is in addition to grinding a little bit, not quite what I wanted to do, but you know, I wanted to get into a specific encounter, specifically just to show it off. And I'm actually quite fortunate to have gotten the Mithril Vest right away. For the record, I have to kill Celes now because I only need her to level up once. Alright. Flock to low. And I really just need to... Alright, what I'm trying to do is I want to try to teach Sabin Kira right now. Because once I'm done with that, I can basically leave Catchy on him until we get that to an even under. And then shift to another Esper that we are about to run into. Anyways, here's a bit of a bonus bit of dialogue here. Your returners, aren't you? Hey, that's cool, I don't judge. I hear something? Soldiers of Magitek Research? Very interesting. First experimental Magitek night. Shattered his mind, Yeah, that was a bit of an origin story for Kefka and why he is the way that he is. It is the only bit of backstory you get of Kefka. I'll wait for those Magitek fights to pass us by. That's not the way to the Magitek Research Facility, that's the Imperial Palace. Anyways, the sergeants you can steal Mithril Vests from, or tents. They also drop tents, and you can steal Mithril Mail from Proto Armor. And we actually can't damage this guardian, so we have to run away from it. It won't appear on the Vel or anything. And we get a new encounter in the form of Onion Knights. I think that'll boost our bestiary percentage to like 23% or something like that. Yeah, because of Bill's Well, I'm a little slow on the uptake here, so we're gonna try to run into all the encounters. I'm only gonna show off the encounters here just cause. Fact remains, I just want to do a bit of grinding. Try not only to get as many Mithril vests and Mithril mills as humanly possible, but also to teach Saban Kira. For the record, Locke and Edgar do not learn any magic. They won't learn any magic until we've completed the Colosseum in the second half of the game. And yeah. Honestly, I didn't need to run into the Pro Armor 2 because they don't appear on the belt at all, but I might as well just show them off. So we have to teach this guy because he's an informant for the returners. And he acts drunk to occupy these soldiers' attention, these guards' attention. Now let us sneak into the factory. And there's like only 2 encounters here that we don't need to run into, but there really is no benefit to skipping either of them. And we go down there to pick up a flame tongue. And all the enemies here are encounters that we ran into before. There's nothing to float up there, it's just a way to get back. And all the encounters here are stuff that we need to run into. Well, there's stuff that we already ran into anyways. Alright, go down to the right soon and pick up an ether. There's an explosion, and that's how you backtrack if you ever feel the need to leave. And that's also where we can backtrack if we wanted to. We don't. Yeah, this is the first area to come with a ton of items. I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna set the corner HUD yet, because there are some places that will have a crazy assortment of items to pick up. I'm thinking places like Kefka's Tower or the Dragon's Den. And these items are on the way, so I might as well just show them. And there's only one new encounter here. And I'm trying to figure out where everything is. Dragon boots. And this is the one new encounter in the second round. There's one encounter as a hand-me-down from the previous crew, as well as Vector, and the other is Pro Armor 2. Which has no belt formation, so... Oh yeah, and go up there for Gold Shield. Alright, and tent. Can't go that way. But that is another way to backtrack. To get a little farther. And there's the golden home. Not sure why I skipped the golden armor. I think I just forgot about it. And the golden armor is hidden. So there you go. Just wanna make sure there's nothing hidden back there. Yeah, I tried looking up a map on where all the items were, and that map wasn't super helpful. Like, there are certain items on that map that weren't listed. If they were using the SNES names, and I just couldn't make heads or tails of it. And there's a secret passage to 2 treasure chests. There's one more treasure left in this area, but we have yet to run in. But it'll be a bit of a while before we run into it. Oh, I think that's 107 items. So I'm just gonna skip ahead, go on that conveyor belt right there. I'm a god, I'm all powerful. I'll collect more Espers, I'll extract the magic. Then, I'll revive the Roaring Triad. Huh. Never heard of the Roaring Triad before. And yes, I checked. This is the first mention of the Roaring Triad in the entire game. If you talk to every NPC in the game up to this point. All we really know about is the War of the Magi. We don't really know who the Warring Triad are. But we'll find out soon enough. And whatever it is, the fact that Kefka wants to do this, even after pausing to think about for a while, it can't be dead. I guess we're gonna find the Espers he threw down there into this dumpster pit. And this is gonna take a few battles, but we want to run into both Magitek, both Flan encounters here because this is the only room in the game that spawns these Flans. Oh, well, apparently, I actually forgot that Flans have are enemies that either are immune to or absorb all elemental attacks. So, the only means of offense that Satan can perform against these guys are single turn physicals like Pummel. After this, we're gonna have to. But I'll actually manage to successfully steal one or two Magitek shards. That seems to support a theory that what these Flans are the remains of all the Espers whose magic the Empire had fully extracted from, and so they withered away and perished before they could become proper Magitek. So I ran to both encounters and picked up some magic site shards right there. So I'm gonna use a tent. That means having to kill Celes again, but that's not super difficult to do. And I have to save and save buffer. I haven't done this in a while, but if you want to reset encounters and try to avoid running into enemies in the world map and whatnot, you gotta save buffer. I've actually done this quite a lot. I just splice up the editing in a way that makes it feel seamless. And I'm gonna mute these battles because I keep getting copyright strikes whenever Decisive Battle plays. So, sorry if you want to hear music. It's not like these battles last a really long time. There's just so many of them. Anyways, I just have Satan throw an ice rod, and that one shots Ifrit and ends the battle right here, then and there. You'll have to do this a couple more times if you're doing the American route, and you will need reflect rings, which I believe you can buy in Albrook. So I didn't really miss out on anything. I do think that if you do play the American or the official or the universal low-level routes, I would recommend going to the other towns and picking up their equipment. Anyways, because defense is kind of a big deal to stock up on. Wizard gonna shift Sabin to Ifrit, so you can get those strength +1s, as well as learn Fire and Fire Up. And I manipulate all the encounters here, so I could run into all the remaining encounters in the Magitek Factory in as few encounters as possible. And these can be very dangerous, particularly if they use level 5 death and you're playing the US or universal low-level routes. Or if you're just grinding casually and everyone's levels happen to be divisive by 5. That's an automatic game over, and we have no protection against instant death at this point in time. So we're running into one more encounter, and here we go. I think these generals, yeah, they have rare lethal shield steals, but that's besides the point because we are pretty much maxed up on mithril shields anyways. Now I'm gonna skip a couple battles here because they're all repeat. Those battles are all repeats. Not right away. Just providing you guys a bit of a heads up on what's about to happen. Now, if you don't care about just getting all formations, then I would recommend just getting the Lenergy Destroyer formation, and that's it. But we skip a few more battles because we want to run into Lenergia. And quick Razor Gale should do it. I'm gonna talk to this weird guy. And once again, I'm using the battle music because of all the automated copyrights against my videos lately. Like, I'm not demonetized or anything. Oh, a rare blood sword steel. That's nice. By the way, it is almost impossible to manipulate steals before the battle starts because RNG on turn order and steal rates and stuff reset depending on when you start the battle. Alright, and Saber Moon Fire. And I think it. So, yeah, I made sure that Celes has absolutely nothing equipped on her because she's about to leave our party. A shame too, because this is right before we get some really good Espers in which she would benefit greatly from their stat boost. And this is when the Empire starts realizing that Espers leave the full force of the full extent of their powers behind as Magicite. So they're not just a gameplay component, but it's woven in neatly into the lore and the story of the game in particular. Yeah, I think of all games in the mainline Final Fantasy series, Final Fantasy VI is pretty much the one that really can't get a sequel due to how it ends. And they're implying that Celes is actually is not a traitor, but really a spy for the Empire. Why would they do this? Even though she defected? Honestly, it's pretty much to force Celes's hand into rejoining with the Empire. It's likely they believe that Celes is far too important to them to the Empire's end goals for them to just say, nah, you're the villain. But no, Celes is loyal to us. If you brought Cyan with us, he will call Celes out and say that, and basically have his suspicions reaffirmed to us. Technically, all party members have unique dialogue, but Gal, with except for Shadow, because he doesn't, he will leave your party before then. But Gal will, as I want to move Locke to the front row, and there's actually good reason for this. If Locke is in the back row, you could risk a potential soft lock, especially if Gao is on. Now, this is especially true if Gao's on the belt. I don't believe this comes to fruition. The soft lock comes to fruition if Gao is in your reserves, but I'm not taking any chances. Now, interestingly enough, I was originally going to consider the possibility of a yeah, I can't get my words out. Alright, I'm just sifting through what spells Sabin has to learn. And ultimately I decided, Sabin should get the strength +2. Why not? I'm gonna check how many items we got. Yep, 110 out of 110 so far. And I was originally going to do an edited and save buffer to manipulate the encounters during this minecart chase, because you only get 5 battles to get all 4 encounters, and that includes 2 tries to get both encounters. But it turned out I didn't really need to. There's really no point in Locke doing anything other than steal, because you literally can't do anything. So I got the common Magna Rotor, which is the one Magna Rotor purple. Yeah. And actually that's a very good encounter to get right away. Magna Rotor 4. Because now I only need to hope that I get the last encounter here. Because the one that involves both the purple and the red Magna Rotors. So, here comes the moment of truth. There it is. Okay, good. Alright. And I get a lot of elemental skulls. These guys have rare shriekings to steal, though that's not really gonna matter because we already have shriekings. So really, I'm just stealing for the Magna Scrolls. And I got 2 tries to get the common encounter, which are the 2 Magna Rotor purples. Alright, so we don't have to worry about the last encounter. It can be literally anything. I should tell you this as well. If you're doing the US variant, you would want to try to manipulate so that Locke and possibly Egg are the ones that get all the experience. I would recommend giving Locke and Edgar all the experience and then resetting both their levels, because if you're doing the US route. And the reason for this is because to low level playing. And the reason for this is because Locke taking in all the levels himself is really dangerous. So I'm gonna try to manipulate the Kazakiri steel. It's a rare steel, but I'm about to kill this guy off so freaking quickly that I might as well just go for the rare steel and not have to worry about resetting or anything. And once again, I'm muting the track because this game keeps automating copyrights. Automated copyrights should be illegal, and the fact that the copyright holders are from actual third parties with licensing rights to these tracks in question is probably the key reason why getting music tracks from the Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts series in Super Smash Bros. Is so difficult. At least with Kingdom Hearts, they pretty much only really needed to get permission from Disney to use the tracks that they use. But with Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy VII, they're like multiple different copyright holders for these songs. And it's actually good to check who the ones automating the copyright strikes. It honestly should be illegal. Anyways, I'm basically just running into some encounters here. I don't remember what chasers actually drop, but it's nothing of use. I'm just stealing just for the sake of stealing them. And only one formation, the 4 sergeants, is a formation that we already got, so I'm just gonna skip that one. The reason why I'm doing this is because I am extremely weary of the trappers that they will spawn after you kill the one chaser. And I don't want to take my chances with level 5 death and risk having to start all over. Going to the next room, and I'm basically editing out my encounter with the 4 sergeants, since we already ran into them. Back at the Imperial Outpost. So, I actually got the rarest formation here. That's nice. And it's just for onion rings. And now we want to reset everyone's levels because Setser's about to rejoin, and once that happens, all your other party members, their levels reset, get re-averaged. This is the first re-averaging of the game. And this includes Setser, by the way. Beat game re-averaged as well. Setser's currently at level 3, but he will be re-averaged once I rejoin the party. So I have to do the level reset glitch to reset everyone's levels. And I'm just gonna skim through all the way up to the point where I name Sabin. Just to show that I've done it. And the reason for this is, who needs to see me play all the way through? Anyways, so got the samurais. So I just single fire on myself. And I white out. I sometimes forget that I'm supposed to hit the A or B button in order to get this going. Wait a minute, and yep. Now I want to move Echo's screen to the top of the items menu. Careful navigation here. I actually had to resave my game and reload so I could try to manipulate new encounters through this part. And that's it for the Magitek Research Facility. We relayed the bad news regarding Celes to Setser, and it's time for us to make our escape. Unfortunately, we are not quite out of the woods yet. As Kafka has absolutely no desire to give up without putting up one last attempt at a fight. So I got 2 cranes. Oh yeah, the corner is back up right there. So I might as well just say, if you like what you see, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. And I get to show off because I'm about to show off a pretty cool trick here. Alright. Just trying to figure out the turn order. So say I'm going to have someone use the echo screen, wait till the animation starts up. And suddenly, I get lucky 7s and Joker death. By the way, you're really supposed to save, pause the game, and try to manipulate the slots to go all 7s. But because I'm playing on emulator, I didn't really do that. I just paused the emulator instead. It works either way. Pausing the emulator or pausing the game, they will work. So long as the echo screen animation gets turned on first before you initiate slots, you're fine. Alright, then we're making an awkward turn to Zozo. I mean, to be fair, flying controls on the Blackjack is very awkward. Or the airship in general, I should say. It turned out one of the Magitek sites did have a response to Terra. Father? Yep, one of the 6 Magitek sites we collected is of her father. Specifically, Maduin. The Esper world. And we get to play as Maduin. There aren't any battles here, and he's only equipped with a single set of sprint shoes. But I digress. You can't even access the menu, so most of the rest of this video is just these cutscenes playing out. It's very slow. Literally, the only reason why I'm doing this was because I had plenty of time to do this. Normally, I would just call it a day after I reached the save point. And just off-screen the level reset, but got the time to do this, so might as well do it. And this is the story on how Terra's mother and father met, who are Madeline and Maduin. Also, I'm kind of surprised Terra's name isn't Maddie. I guess you could make it Maddie. But canonically, her real name is Terra, so I'm gonna stick with that. So yeah, it's actually implied that Espers and humans are incompatible with one another. You know, War of the Magi and whatnot. Which is why the Espers had to seal themselves away from the human world. But these two appear to have fallen in love. Part of the graphical glitches. This is just the emulator just freaking out. And, yeah. That's kind of a weird way to portray the birth of your baby daughter, but, yeah, free at liberties. Sorry, I'm just sort of basking in the story threads and what's going on. And I think there's another important reason for this too, and that's pretty much because I'm probably not going to revisit Final Fantasy VI for a while. My schedule has just become out of control hectic for me. I mean, you know, I originally was going to get this over and done with a couple nights ago, but then I just got hammered at work and at school, and fall break in high school sports, man. Fucking hate them. Okay, I'm not as harsh with college because that's my choice and whatnot, but fucking hate high school. I fucking hate high school football. I hate fall break. So I'm probably gonna, however, rather than just taking a break from posting videos online, I'm going to tap into my reserves. On all the perfect playthroughs I've already completed but ultimately shelved. And I decided next week is Halloween, so I might as well do something Halloween themed for my 13th perfect playthrough. But what should perfect playthrough number 13 possibly be? Oh yeah! Just let you know, a spell was cast to reseal the entrance to the Esper world, and Madeline and Madeline alongside baby Terra got thrown outside in the process. And Emperor Gestal just killed Terra's mother, Madeline. Which is probably the reason why Madeline uses a generic NPC model rather than be given anything unique. What a shame, really. Father? God of an Esper and a human. That's why I have these abilities. Also, because Terra's half Esper, she can gain ability points even if she's not equipped with an Esper. She will still accumulate them. She's in your party, that is. And this is supposed to work hand in hand with her unique ability, which she has just unlocked. But I'm not going to show that off in this episode. Just know that she can tap into her Esper abilities. I'm not quite sure why Sabin isn't. I'm not quite sure why Sabin's missing, but Locke and Edgar are available. Alright, so select the new world map. Ellen, yep, Eleanor. And as that's where it becomes party leader. Yeah, whenever you board the airship for the first time or after your party disperses, Setzer takes control as party leader. And Setzer's level is re-average level 4. It is possible to get Setzer level 3, but again, I don't want to take my risk with a potential soft lock. Not now. Especially not now. Alright, it's just been a while. Thought my reserves were down there, but they're not. Oh, they're in here. I definitely know that I want Terra and Locke in my party, but I'm not quite sure who. Honestly, it doesn't really matter who my party consists of, but it'd be nice. Thought about bringing Edgar, but it's like, no. I do not want to give any of my characters unique equipment yet. Go to the Ice Brand, Ethereal Shield, this Green Beret because of hit point boost, and White Dress. And Burning Fist and Tiger Masks are both unique as well. And I'm just going to make sure Locke has the Moonring Blade equipped still. And I want to make sure I get double earrings on Edgar, Sabin, sorry. Locke will still have Hermes sandals and Beast Bracer, right? And Terra gets the sprint shoes. Is there anything else you need? I'll hold off on it for now. And Espers try to teach on. So, before we wrap everything up here, I'm going to go to Jidoor because the auction house has opened up for us, and we can pick up 2 unique Espers, as well as 1 or 2 items I can get before we ought to. Probably isn't worth the price to get those 2 items, but you have money to burn. Alright, this is kind of, and this bit is for a Chocobo whose half a face gets, is programmed into the background, and unfortunately this Chocobo is unobtainable. You know that kid throwing a tantrum, begging his daddy to buy it for him? Yeah, he will always pay 500,000 gil for this talking Chocobo. And even if you have the money to outbid him, the game will just go sold on the Chocobo, because they really don't want you to buy it. This makes sense from a gameplay perspective. None of the other items feature like something like this, at least not in the World of Balance. The World Ruin, I'm not sure. Oh, Magitek. Not what I wanted specifically, but I was intending to get both Espers anyway, both Magitek anyways. So I might as well just get the gold now. Now we just need Zone Eater. Or Zona Eater. Zona Seeker, actually. Zone Eater's the name of the enemy in World Ruin. Inside, a gorgeous pair of angel wings. Angel wings provide automatic float status to the one equipped with it. Excuse me, I'm really tired. It's kind of a money sink since you can get angel wings for cheaper later in the game. As well as the other item that they have at auction, which is angel rings. But you know what? We have plenty of money to burn. So I'm skipping ahead to the Zona Seeker. Alright, just have to bid 7,000 gil, and then next time we bid 10,000 gil, and Zona Seeker's ours. Yeah, once you make 2 bids, they will automatically sell it to us. Oh, what? Oh. Sorry. The recording just sort of froze up for a bit. So now I got one. So the question is, do I want to give Terra Zone Seeker or Bismarck? I ultimately decide I'll just give her Bismarck. I'll figure it out later. That's what it all boils down to. So now I have the airship, I'm gonna go shopping all across the southern continent. I think I was trying to find Miranda, because Miranda's the one with the shops I'm actually interested in. However, Tzen has the relic shop, as well as something else that I want to get. And I completely forgot that I've already done my shopping in Albrook because it was right outside the airship. Anyways, I think it was right there that I realized my error. So, heading out. From Miranda. Moving the airship controls in this game are definitely pretty clunky. And here's a hidden holy water. Only 2 items in Miranda, so there you go. And I'm just gonna buy 99 Mithra homes. Yeah, 99 Mithra homes because everything else is accounted for. And we already have 99 Mithril Spheres, so I'm gonna get 99 Tridents. And 98 Boomerangs. Rather than 99, because a bug in this game will cause Cosmogs to be fully unequipped. And that was the girl from that the wounded lad back in Moblis wanted us to mail stuff to. And here's the hidden remedy, and just like that, we're done with Miranda. I'm gonna toss Miranda aside like a used candy bar, I should say. Alright, so, and then there's some new shops here, so might as well check and see what they got. I don't want to buy any I'm kind of hesitant to buy items in the item shop. Come on, out of the way. I know that's something I should not be telling an Imperial soldier this, but come on, man, I really hate the NPCs in this game sometimes. There ain't nothing in the weapon shop. Nothing in the armor shop either. And actually, there are 99 black belts. And, alright, I'm gonna buy the Squody Stone off of them. Probably should have just gone north, but I felt like exploring. We can't go into that building yet. In fact, we won't be able to until the World of Ruin. Anyways, I think I'm going to end it off here. Yes, I will. I'm not quite at an hour yet, but, sorry I have to do this, but I kinda have to, take a break from Final Fantasy VI. Work's been torture, and school has taken up the remainder of my free time, so, at 27% PCRE, I've got 116 items. But don't worry, in the next episode, I will show off the, grinding process for you guys. I'm not gonna completely leave you guys hanging. So, yep. So I guess this is goodbye for the time being. Until next time I resume this is Mike Gordon, signing out.